back to Movie Review Mom. And if this is the first time you've discovered my channel, yay, I'm so glad you're here. I hope you like what you see. My goal is to give you the heads up on filmmaking quality and content so that you can make the best decision for you and your family as to whether or not you want to spend time or money or both watching a particular film. So that particular film that I'm reviewing today is called Death on the Nile. This whodunit period drama is now playing in theaters nationwide. It's rated PG-13 and is 2 hours and 7 minutes long. Let me give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things I liked and didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, and even a recommendation for another film that is very similar to this that I think that you'll also like. Okay, let's jump in. In a nutshell, Belgian sleuth 𝗶𝗃𝗏𝗏, I'm sure I'm not saying that right. Anyway, his Egyptian vacation aboard a glamorous river steamer turns into a terrifying search for a murderer when a picture-perfect couple's idyllic honeymoon is tragically cut short by murder on the ship. Dun, dun, dun. Set against an epic landscape of sweeping desert vistas and the majestic Giza pyramids, this tale of unbridled passion and incapacitating jealousy features a cosmopolitan group of impeccably dressed travelers and enough wicked twists and turns to leave audiences guessing until the final shocking denouement. That's a pretty good description, and that's what the studio gave me. While many viewers will compare this remake to the 1978 movie Death on the Nile, there will still be many more viewers who have never seen that first film attempt, nor have ever read the Agatha Christie book. The gorgeous Gal Gadot will be enough to draw in new viewers into watching this movie. This is a sequel of sorts to the 2017 movie Murder on the Orient Express. I really enjoyed that film, but I really liked this one even more. I thought it was good fun, and I'll give you more details here in just a second. So the list of things that I really liked begin with the absolutely fantastic cast. Every one of them just knocked it out of the park. The talented team includes Kenneth Branagh, Gal Gadot, Armie Hammer, Tom Bateman, Academy Award nominee Annette Bening, Emma Mackey, Russell Brand, Ali Fazal, Jennifer Saunders, Dawn French, Letitia Wright, Sophie Okonedo. So starting off with Gal Gadot, she is simply stunning and mesmerizing to watch. She just classes up the joint whenever she walks onto the screen in any movie, really. Because she was previously in the Israeli military before she became an actress, some Islamic countries are refusing to allow the movie to be released in their countries due to some of the comments that she made that are offensive to Muslims. I hadn't seen British comedian Jennifer Saunders in anything in years, so it was lovely to see her again. And I'm not sure why she was selected to do an American accent while American actress Annette Bening was asked to do a British accent, but they both did a really great job. Jennifer Saunders might be unfamiliar to a lot of American audiences. She plays a very serious role in this film, along with fellow comedian Dawn French, both stating that it was really hard to stay serious the entire time. Now in England, French and Saunders has been a famous comedy team since the 1980s. We often think of obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, as kind of a new discovery, right? However, the term was actually coined by Carl Westphal, a German psychiatrist, clear back in 1877. So Poirot, the investigator detective guy, could easily be identified as having OCD. Watch really carefully how he behaves by straightening out the feet of one of the victims and obsessing over his dessert, just to name a few things. One of the other characters even calls him obsessive. We definitely get to spend quite a bit of time learning more about Poirot, and we definitely see a softer side of his personality. Kenneth Branagh does such a fantastic job, and I absolutely adore him, both as an actor and a director. I just get a kick out of him. I like him a lot. There are some twists in the movie, and I am a sucker for twists. I love twists. So if you saw Murder on the Orient Express, look for the Easter eggs that are hidden in this movie that reference that movie, and you'll get a kick out of that. Jewelry lovers will be thrilled to see a replica of the famous Tiffany yellow diamond in the film. The real diamond has been worn by Audrey Hepburn in the ads for her movie Breakfast at Tiffany's, as well as by Lady Gaga in the 2019 Oscars and Beyonce in a Tiffany ad campaign just last year in 2021. Tiffany and Company designed several other pieces of jewelry in the movie. Everything is just very elegant and stunning. The life of the rich and famous is what's on display here. There's beautiful cinematography in the movie and vibrant color grading. It seems like a lot of movies recently have been kind of dusty and intentionally so. And even though this is a period piece, I really liked the color palette that was used. There are a lot of really great lines in the movie, and normally I write them all down, and there were things going on while I was watching this movie and I wasn't able to write them down, but trust me, many of them are quotable. The locations and set designs will really make you feel like you just got to travel to an exotic destination without getting sand on your feet. I really enjoyed it. There are times that the scenes are a little slower, but once Act 3 picks up, it goes full on and it's really fun. There were, however, a few things I didn't like. For example, it takes almost an entire hour to build up the characters and provide backstories. An hour. Some scenes just last too long, such as several dance scenes where we're watching people dance on and on and on. And I kept thinking, okay, for the director to keep filming a dance scene, something must be significant about the way that they're dancing or how they're dancing. And so later, after the end of the movie, I thought about it some more and I was like, okay, yeah, there were some things that I could have spotted. Well, I did spot because I was wondering what was going on. And if you follow the clues, you'll probably be able to guess who the murderer is based on some of those earlier clues. All right, I don't want to give any spoilers away. Just pay attention. I'm intrigued by World War I, and I love World War I movies, so I enjoyed the pre-title sequence, but the reality is, delete that last part. But I readily admit it wasn't entirely necessary for this movie to propel the story forward. Agatha Christie herself did not include any of the backstory of Poirot in her book, Death on the Nile. All of it was fabricated just for this movie. I did, however, definitely get a kick out of the origin story of Poirot's gigantic mustache. And it was actually very sweet. And what they do with that part of the story is sweet. So if you've got, over 2 hours to watch this movie and you don't mind kind of taking a few detours on the story before you get to the murder itself, then you might get a kick out of this. I do, however, admit that I got tired of waiting to see who was going to be murdered out of all of these people and who might be next. So just be patient. Purist fans of the original book might not like the changes that are made to the characters or the plot because there are some differences. But again, if you haven't seen the original movie or read the book, you won't know any different. There are some obvious green screen moments, like when we first see Poirot sitting in front of an Egyptian pyramid. I'm like, okay, that whatever, it's a green screen. But there are other moments where I was like, wow, that looked awesome. And then as a side note, there might be some viewers who won't appreciate the woke additions to the script and the cast. The cast is very diverse, and purists, again, will look at that time period and say, none of those things are realistic and true to the time period. But if you're all for diversity, then you'll actually appreciate some of these changes. All right, let me give you some tips for parents. Kids probably will be bored again because it's adults and rich people and talking, and it takes quite a long time to get some action going. There is some suggestive dancing, cleavage, people die, weapons, kissing, tiny bit of blood. Now, some of the themes that are illustrated very well are true love, greed, jealousy, crime, friendship, judging others, and patience. All right, so overall, I really did enjoy this movie. I know some film critics are ripping it apart. And so my movie review mom grade is an A-. All right, so probably no surprise, the film I'm going to recommend that you watch after you watch this one, or even before, doesn't matter, whichever order, is Murder on the Orient Express. All right, that's it for my review. I hope if you watch this movie, you do get a kick out of it. And thank you always for supporting me by subscribing to my YouTube channel, liking the videos, and telling all your friends to come on over here. I would love to build my channel, and I really do appreciate all those little gestures that you do to help me grow. So have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.